Harry Styles is going to be in a new movie, and we have all the details. I'm Jana Rosenberg.
I'm Gabi Conti, and this is your 24/7 celebrity news. Good news, Harry Styles fans. Harry will be starring in a new movie very soon. Deadline just announced that Harry will be joining Olivia Wilde's new film, Don't Worry, Darling. Harry is actually stepping in for Shia LaBeouf, who had to step down from the movie due to scheduling conflicts. Harry will be acting alongside Florence Pugh, Chris Pine, Dakota Johnson, and Olivia Wilde, who is also playing a supporting role in this movie that she is also directing. We don't know too much about this movie, but what we do know is that it's, quote, set in an isolated utopian community in the 1950s California desert. He was in Dunkirk, which got a ton of Academy Award nominations and wins. Granted, Harry did not get an Oscar for his performance, but he was heavily featured in the movie. So, I mean, if he didn't have any acting training after that, he has proven himself as an actor.
Totally. And
they've been looking for another project for him to be in, but have had a hard time doing it because of releasing his music. Yes. So actually, you have the pandemic to thank for Harry having this opportunity.
This is true. I feel like there's always kind of a little bit of bright sides when it comes to, all of the negatives that the pandemic has brought, and this is definitely one of them.
This is definitely one of them, although it is interesting because, Dakota Johnson and Shia LaBeouf have amazing chemistry. They were just in the Peanut Butter Falcon together.
So good.
And they are their chemistry is off the charts, so that is interesting having Harry. I mean, I'm sure Harry has great chemistry with everyone, but I'm sure that was kind of a little bit of a disappointment, and I'm curious as to what Shia is working on. Hopefully it's not playing a Mexican like he got in trouble for doing. Because he is a white man.
Oh, Shia. Interesting guy, that one.
Yes.
Other details about this movie that we know from Collider, who reported that Florence will be starring in this movie as an unhappy housewife who slowly begins to question her own sanity when she starts to notice strange occurrences, while Harry plays opposite of Florence as her picture-perfect husband who loves her dearly but is hiding a dark secret from her. Deadline also reports that Warner Brothers will be producing this movie through New Line Cinemas, who've actually been looking for Harry's next big movie role since he starred in the Oscar award-winning movie Dunkirk. And both Olivia and Florence were sold on Harry replacing Shia in this movie as soon as they met with him. I mean, duh.
How could you say no? I feel like
nah, we'll make the cut. Like, what? No way. He's perfect in every way.
He must be so charming, too. I bet, if it was a real meeting or a Skype meeting or whatever, I'm sure they were just like, yes, whatever, Harry. Sure.
No, totally. It's like he's someone you can't,
He's so charismatic. And,
he's definitely, there's Jacoby Lordy for me, and then there's Harry Styles. They're very close in the running, but anyways.
So, Don't Worry, Darling marks Harry's return to movies after he starred in the 2017 movie Dunkirk. Before this announcement, Harry Styles fans have been jerked around about the singer returning to film that were never seen through. Like last year when it was announced that Harry would play Prince Eric in the live-action remake of The Little Mermaid. He never ended up being attached to the movie because he had to focus on his album and touring, which conflicted with production. And due to the pandemic, Harry has not been on tour for his album, and The Little Mermaid also has not gone into production yet as well. The remake stars Halle Bailey of Chloe Haley as Ariel, but sadly, she is also still waiting for production to kick off in London, as Harry's tour has been pushed to next year. So if Harry's tour wasn't pushed, he wouldn't be able to be in this movie. So I guess that's the silver lining of the pandemic.
Definitely. I totally do not see Harry Styles playing Prince Eric in Little Mermaid. That wasn't meant to be for him anyways, I feel.
That was not his journey. That was not his path.
That was not his journey. Not his path. So totally cool. Also, Fine Line is fire. I'm so glad he spent so much time on that.
Yeah.
But very excited to see him in this movie.
Me too.
Another cool thing about this movie, in addition to Harry Styles starring in it, obviously, is that this movie has a lot of powerful women behind it. In addition to Olivia Wilde directing, this movie will be executive produced by Catherine Hardwicke, who directed the Twilight movies. The script will be written by Katie Silberman, who wrote Booksmart, Set It Up, and Isn't It Romantic? The story of this movie is based on a spec script by Shane and Carrie Van Dyke, who also will executive produce. Production on this movie is starting this fall, which means we won't have to wait too long before we will see Harry Styles in a movie again.
Yeah, it sounds like they are actually currently shooting it right now as we speak, or if they're not, they're very close to doing that. And I think, he's in really great company, so I feel like this is going to be a hit.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for it.
Can't wait. Are you guys excited to see Harry Styles in another movie? Let us know. I'm Gabi Conti.
I'm Jana Rosenberg, and follow us here at Hollywire for your 24/7 celebrity news.